Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in, checking out your boy, P Funk, thinking right, in my living room, in the wee hours of the morning, doing what I do for you. Today, rather than 25 rules to live by, storytelling, story with a message of the story for life. These are life lessons. I'm giving it to you. You just keep tuning in. I got you. All right, let's do this. Right thinkers' mission is to enlighten, inspire, excuse me, educate and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is a way of life, and right thinking is a way of life. Through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's important. That's my mission. Right thinkers, help me out. Now the question. Know thyself. That's a question that we all should have an answer to for ourselves. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Don't be that. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can teach them. That's why I do what I do. It's for you. I got you. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows, but knows not that they know, is asleep spiritually. I can awaken them with what? Spiritual knowledge. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I had the knowledge to wake you up to yourself. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. Until my out be true. That's my girl. You got to have balance in your life. Okay? Now, speaking of balance, balance is based on spiritual concepts. Right thinkers, let's talk about right thinking. You know what? It's a spiritual thing. Right thinking philosophy teaches you that. It's all about spirit and mental discipline. You employ it, you use it, you benefit. Let's go. Now, I tell you, I know spiritual truths, aka God knowledge, that I learned over the years from my master teachers, 30 years of studying from the best at what they was doing and still in record as being just that. So I learned from the best. Okay. I'm working on myself spiritually daily, but I live what I call spiritual lifestyle, aka right living, doing the right thing, understanding what the right thing is, and then doing it. That's all it is. All right, now I teach right thinking philosophy. Every week, I give class. Students are starting to learn and catch on to my philosophical concepts, and they're starting to benefit. I'm seeing the growth. So, yeah, but I show them on a day to day basis, on a week to week basis, how it looks to live right, what it means to do the right thing for the right reason. I use my spiritual disciplines daily, that's what I live by, to show all my right thinkers this is what it looks like. Okay? And out of respect, they will learn the lessons, they will adopt the lessons. Why? They see it work for me, then they try it themselves. That's how I teach. I went to Egypt, commit, over 30 years ago. And wow. And I found what I was looking for, the truth. And I brought it back. First time I mastered it. I worked on it. I put it together. Now I'm bringing it to you. That's why I do what I do for you. You can have all the knowledge you need. Just check the brother out. I got you. And when you do your own due diligence, you're only gonna get but a few minutes of information from me. Go and do your own due diligence. I spend all day doing this for a 15-minute snap to get you some information that if you take it and use it and do your work with it, you'll see the benefits of it. Now, God is a spirit. It's spirit and intellect. Heart, mind, coherence. I've been trying to explain that to you. When your heart and mind is in sync, working as one, you're in harmony. That's the balance that in life you want to find. That's how you know thyself. When you know, again, yourself, to be who? God. You're spiritually enlightened. Excuse me. Metaphorically, the spirit that's in us, and that's real, is of God. So if the spirit that's in me is God, that means I'm God. Or God's part of me. How you want to slice that cake, you still got to realize the fact that what's in you is God. How you view that, how you understand that, that's totally up to you. I break it down real simple for you so you can understand it, digest it, and hopefully use it to your benefit. I give you God knowledge. Telling you about yourself, that's self knowledge. Pure knowledge is having the truth, uncorrupted, undone. No. God's words, the Bible ain't God's words. So that's just the concept. The measuring of it, we call them the writings of God. God speaks through the writings. Philosophically, the same thing in the Bible. I understand that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That wasn't the first to ever do it, so understand that. Now, our ancestors, the originators, okay, of spirituality, they knew the way to communicate with God. We still practicing. They was proficient at it for thousands of years. I know that. Oh, my throat scratchy this morning. Now, it's been proven, again, having a God mentality and understanding of a higher power within yourself drives you to do and be better. That's been proven. You take a bunch of children, you put them in a room, you explain God concept to them, you explain to be God, they will understand. You put the same kids in the room, give them no God, they will wild out. So we need to teach our young early about that hidden essence, that who we are. Amen. Teach them about that while they can know God for themselves. Wait a minute. Excuse me. Okay. God is spirit. Okay. It's been, excuse me, knowing God, you can worship him in earnest and knowledge, not just in blind belief. Oh, I believe in God. Well, I just believe. Everybody say believe. Okay, so that's not how it's done. Okay, you need to formulate a concept of your own because you have your own God experience. When you do live and be right, he'll make his presence known to you. The ancients knew that a long time ago. We the only ones who don't know that. Okay, moving on. We don't know a lot of stuff, but the ancients knew. And stuff that we do find out now, we think we find something not new. No, you're just proving the ancients already knew. The heart was the most valued part of the body. The mind was only good as long as it was alive. When they died, they took the heart, took the brain and threw it away. Had no use for it. So how are you gonna think? How are you gonna be conscious in the afterlife with no brain? It's in the heart. They knew that. Moving on, excuse me. Quick tidbit. All right, here you go. Knowing about God. Watch this. When you're young is the key. That's my point. If we grow up with no concept of God and have to figure it out for ourselves or find out however we do, institute it at an early age. Give them the truth and let them run with the truth. We keep giving them false truths and they figure out later on we lied to them. Excuse me, I didn't. If we enlighten our young children to the truth, they will take it and run with it and change the world. That's how it's done. I feel like Martin because I know if I put the work in now for my next generation, I won't be here when they do what they need to do. But hey, Martin, I have a dream. You can dream for the next generation. You ain't got to be there with them. Moses didn't get to the promised land. He took them there, but he didn't get to enjoy it. So sometimes you got to get them there and let them take over. And if you're old, you understand that. I'm only going to be here for a certain amount of time. I want somebody to take the torch and keep it going. That's all it's about. That's what we do. I taught my children what I knew. And they turned out fine. Why? I gave them the best of what I had at that time. That's all I had. And I gave it to them. And guess what? They told me it worked for me. What you doing now? It's fine. I'm good with those stuff. I ain't got a problem with that at all. Okay, understand that. Some people don't need this. Okay, I have new knowledge that I live by now, but my children ain't buying into this or they ain't against it, but they said, Dad, I'm still good with the other stuff. I'm good. That's fine. Okay, now my children again don't practice right thinking philosophy in this form now. They still practicing what I gave them the first go around, the original, what funk. They knew daddy was funky, yeah, P funk. So yeah, they got that, but I kept it real with them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. My grandsons are being raised under my auspicious eye, and I'm teaching them little tidbits, and they learn and they grasp it. So you ain't gotta force it on them. Just give it to them a little bit. They'll understand. They getting it. And I laugh because when we get together, they show me. They remember the eye. Okay, I love that. All right, that's teaching again. It starts at home. Spiritual knowledge is needed to what? Satisfy beliefs. The belief system is set up that they want you to have excuse me, the mystical experience. They do want you to have that. Why? That's what church is all about. That's what religion is about, to get you to God. We just take a little bit and be so good, happy with that little bit we got. We say we got something like thieves. You grab some run, snatch and run. Hey, take your time and get all of it. I'm not a thief, so don't think I'm trying to tell you what to do about being stealing. No, did that, been there, but the whole concept. All right, here you go. You obtain what? Spiritual knowledge, so you no longer have need for what? Belief. I'm just saying. Your belief will be rewarded if it's well grounded in what? Truth. You can believe a lie all you want. It's still gonna be a lie. The truth you find out this is true. You don't have to worry about believing it. I don't follow a belief system for that reason. Why? Because I teach knowing system. Spiritual truth. No, we don't believe. With knowledge of self, you have what? No use for a belief system. I understand religion. I have no use for it. That's all. Trust me, I don't have no again, I ain't going that road. I fellowship every week with Christians, so don't get involved. Don't get in the tizzy. Well, he don't do religion. No, I don't. I'm not gonna change. With God knowledge, you will what? Do better. Why? Because you know better. The phrase, if you knew better, you do better. The reason why you suffer is because you're ignorant. Ignorant comes from not knowing. What you gotta do is get information. You can change that problem. You can flip that real easy. Let's go. The phrase, if you knew better, you do better. Knowing God will do just that. Help you to what? Do better. Why? Now you got a purpose and a reason. Oh, I do. I live please my creator. I go to work, do that, my job to please my boss. In life, I'm pleasing my creator. That's a spiritual thing. When you have God knowledge, you live Mayat, aka right thinking philosophy win daily, every day. I know God for myself. And with practice of right thinking philosophy, you will too. That's my goal. That's my point. That's the whole point of me doing what I do for you, to get you to know who I know for yourself. I already know him. I'm just telling you how to get to know him for yourself. And all the benefits is yours. There you go. I tell you, I do what I do for you. And as a sage, that's exactly what I do. Don't get it twisted. Okay? It's all in the mood. This morning I felt like just chilling. Now that I'm going through this, I feel like the sage. Let you know this is what I do for you. Last one, I'm wrapping it up. I appreciate it. Wait a minute. Oh, this thing gets better. All right. I'm an evangelist. I work for who? God. That's what makes me an evangelist. I don't do, no, I do God's work. Understand that, please, and respect the fact that that's what I do. I do my best work where? Outside the church. I go get the ones who don't go to church. I get the ones who don't believe in God. I get the ones who they claim ain't good. I introduce them to God and change their life around. Why? It changed mine. Right? Thinking to do that for you too. Stay tuned. I got you.